Wow, how's everyone doing today? Look at this. 2 videos on 2 successive days. How's that? Today's Friday, the June 20th, year 2025. Yep, I'm Mazske Finance, not a financial advisor, not a CPA, not an attorney. Anyway, what is the best investment to make? There is no right or wrong answer in that. Some people say real estate is the best. Some people say stocks. Some people might say oil, alternative investments, crypto. Go on and on and on. You can hear arguments, pros and cons against every single one out there. But I want to throw an idea out there. Well, not an idea, just some thoughts. And I'm gonna keep this video short because my video from yesterday, that was like 21 or 23 minutes long, took roughly 4 to 5 hours to upload for some reason. I don't know why. And I got high-speed internet here, so I don't know what it is. So I'll keep this one shorter. But anyway, something to think about. The United States of America has roughly, changing every second, $37 trillion of debt. $37 trillion of debt. If you search this out, you will find that's factual. And you will find arguments of how to pay it down, ranging from do nothing, default on it, increase taxes, cut spending. But the current administration, they have released the big beautiful bill. It's not going to get approved, I don't think, or it may get approved. And it would increase that national debt by whatever number. Okay? Say they modify that and they cut the budget more. The interest on that debt is astronomical. Okay? So somebody at some point in time is going to have to deal with this. No administration. Go back in time. Except for maybe in the 90s. I think Clinton might have balanced the budget or something, did something or other. I was alive back then, I was in the Navy. But anyway, no administration has dealt with this issue. It's so gigantic right now, there's no easy solution. If we default on it as the United States of America, that would really rock the world. Okay, not in a good way. If we increase taxes, who are you going to increase taxes on? The 1% already pay something like 40% of all the taxes, and they make 22% of the income or something like that. I read that this morning, whatever it is. I'll tell you who they'll increase it on is middle class America. Okay, they have to. That's the only way to do it. Or will they drastically cut programs? What are you going to cut? How old are you? You're going to cut Social Security? Eliminate it? You're going to cut Medicare, Medicaid? You're going to cut out welfare? You want to cut out, say you're a real estate investor and you have 90% HUD tenants. What about they cut out all HUD payments from the federal government? What's that going to do to your investment? Say they do any of these things. What's that going to do to the stock market? Okay? I don't have the answer. I can't predict the future. I don't know what they will do in the future. I do know that somebody at some point in the future has to deal with this. The current administration, they're not going to do it. The last administration didn't do it. The administration after this one, I don't know. Odds are they won't do it. Odds are nobody will do it until something bad happens. Be that a major recession, a depression, a default, a downgrade of the global ratings on the United States of America for their credit rating or something, a major downgrade or something big has to happen. Okay? Maybe they'll never deal with it. Maybe they'll default on it. Other countries have done that before. There's countries that have done that several times and they're still surviving, right? Life goes on, right? Not for everybody, but life keeps going on. We're like cockroaches. Human beings are like cockroaches. You drop a nuclear bomb on the world, somebody somewhere is going to survive. Probably 2 people, probably more than that. And be like cockroaches. We'll be back, right? May look different in the future, but we'll be back, okay? So anyway, what's the answer? So that original question, what is the best investment? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm hedging my bets in a variety of ways. I have investments in real estate. A couple of my tenants are Section 8 tenants. Most of them aren't. The problem with that is some of the ones that aren't, they have to be evicted because they're not paying the rent. So they got to be evicted. Then my house is empty. Okay. One of my viewers did email me recently about Gary, Indiana. I will reply to you soon. Okay. I have mixed feelings now on investing in Gary. Okay. But anyway, going on, I have other investments. I have investments in stocks. I only have several dividend-paying stocks. Is that the best investment? I don't know. They do pay dividends. My share count slowly increases because I'm doing dividend reinvesting, automatic reinvestment of the dividend to buy more shares. Is that the best investment? I don't know. I have mineral rights acreage. That might be one of the better investments. Maybe, maybe not. But right now, we are addicted to energy. We are addicted to electricity. Artificial intelligence is here. Everything is going like AI and all that's computers. Okay? We do not have an alternative energy source. Oil is it for the time being. Probably for the foreseeable future. Probably for the long-term future. There's enough oil down there that all of you watching this today will be dead and gone before we ever run out of oil in the United States of America. Okay? There's a lot of oil down there. Okay? Is that the best investment? There's one problem with that. You got to be accredited to invest in oil drilling or mineral rights acreage, and to get accredited, you have to have a net worth of $1 million or have a high enough annual income to meet that criteria. Not everyone has a net worth of $1 million, especially if you're just starting. So if you're just starting, what do? I've always said the quickest way to wealth is through investing in real estate. Okay, that's what you should do. Perhaps, I'm not telling you to do nothing. But if you invest in real estate, perhaps you can use the bank's money to buy real estate, use the bank's money to buy more real estate, use rent you get in to save up to buy more real estate, and before you know it, lo and behold, you will be an accredited investor and have a net worth of $1 million, and maybe then you will decide to invest in some alternative investments such as oil drilling or mineral rights or natural gas, that sort of thing. Hedging my bets further, I have small investments in a pipeline. It's a natural gas pipeline. It's in what's now called the Gulf of America. Okay, that gets energy from the Texas area over to Louisiana, Alabama, Florida. It's through the Gulf. Okay, and that's hedging my bets. That's another investment I have. I got very, very teeny tiny small investment in crypto. Okay, hedging my bets. I have a very small investment in a tequila distillery investment in Mexico. Again, if times get tough, what do we as Americans and what does the world do when times get tough? As long as we can afford to do it, we drink, right? We drink to drown our sorrows. If we go into a recession/depression, like during lockdown, during that pandemic, alcohol consumption increased. People drank more. Okay, they weren't working, but they drank more. Okay, hedging my bets. I am living in a different country right now. It's not the United States of America. I'm living in the country of Panama. There's pros and cons to living here. There's pros and cons to living everywhere. Okay, I'm hedging my bets. If the United States defaults on that $37 trillion worth of debt and I'm living here, how will that impact me here? I don't know that answer, but maybe I'll be better off being here. I can live cheaper here. There's an ocean right out there. I can catch fish till the ocean runs out. You drop a seed in the ground, you break a branch off a tree and stick it in the ground in this country, stuff will grow. It'll grow. We just bought cows. We have 4 cows, 3 females and 1 male. Hedging my bets. If those cows get big and the world crashes, well, by golly, one of those cows will feed us for quite a while, won't it? So I'm hedging my bets in a variety of ways without knowing I'm doing it. Okay? So to come back with what's the best investment? I don't know. But I will say the quickest way to wealth is through investing in real estate. You can do that using what's called OPM, other people's money, save up 20% for a down payment. The bank will loan you the 80%. If you can't save up 20%, there are ways to get that 20%. Maybe you borrow it from a friend, family member. Maybe you use a HELOC. I have a playlist on my channel, how I went from 0 to 25 rentals in 4 years, just under 4 years, okay? On that playlist, it's 4 videos, I think, 4 or 5. And I know I ramble in my videos, but I cover every rental property I bought on those 0 to 25, that process. I talked about how I did it, from saving up down payments or using a HELOC or cashback refinances or selling one house to buy 4, that sort of thing. If you are looking for ways to get started, perhaps watch that playlist. Maybe it's an hour worth of your time, okay? I cover how I went from 0 to 25 in 4 years. So again, what's the best investment? Invest. Just invest. That's the answer, okay? Just invest, and time will tell. My generation, your generation, the folks who are teenagers right now, their generation, none of us may see somebody deal with the national debt in the United States of America. Maybe it's a problem that will get kicked down the road for 30, 40, 50, 60 more years. And the majority of us might not be here. I don't know. I don't know. So what do we got to do? Make the best of every day. Enjoy life. Learn how to become financially independent. Eat some pineapple. Walk on a beach. Climb a mountain. Ride a motorcycle safely. Wear a helmet. Don't crash. Because 2 kinds of motorcycle riders, those that hit the ground and those that will hit the ground. Okay, I used to ride motorcycles. All right, but just love life, okay? Make the best of every day. Get like me where you don't have to work, and do whatever you want. So with that being said, Mazskes signing out.